Hello everyone and welcome to my September wrap-up part 1. So the first 2 books I've already reviewed on the channel, so I'm just going to do mini reviews here. There's a manga called Brides, which I reviewed with my boyfriend. I'll link that down below. Made a little feature on the channel. This is about a girl called Amir. She is 20, it's set in 19th century Asia, and she has to move from her village to a completely different village with her husband, who she's never met before, who is 12 years old. In this book, 12 years old is a perfectly fine age to get married, but she is considered a bit old at 20. They're worried she won't be able to have children. It's a complete cultural shock. This book, for me, I found it so fascinating. It was absolutely spectacular. The art style is a masterpiece. If sometimes you find manga art style a little bit boring and not a lot of detail and shading, this is the manga for you. It's absolutely stunning. I loved Amir's character because she's very different. Her village is very different from the one she's coming to. So her village, they used to hunt. In this new village, hunting has died out. They don't do it anymore. So she's trying to bring back hunting and teach her children how to hunt. She also dresses completely different from them, and she just kind of owns it. She's very strong and she wants to fit in and please everyone, but she's also very individual. She's not a doormat trying to like get in everyone's good books. She's just being herself, and I really loved her character so much. I fell in love with her. I'm just like, what's Amir doing now? This is a series I'm definitely going to read on. Adored it. I then read The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady by Edith Holden. This is non-fiction, and this is a real life diary from the year 1906 by a lady called Edith, who she illustrated it absolutely gorgeously. It's all handwritten and it is all about nature. She goes on to talk about what the weather's like, what wildlife she's seen, what flowers are in bloom, changing seasons. It is stunning. It makes you appreciate nature so much more. As someone who's always lived in very built up areas, I've never lived in the countryside. I've never really been to the English countryside properly and stayed there or anything like that. So it makes me like want to go to the English countryside more. Stunning. The illustrations, everything within this, gorgeous. Love that. I then read The Worst Witch Strikes Again by Jill Murphy. This is the second book in the Worst Witch series, and I filmed a review straight after I read this. The Worst Witch is a witch called Mildred, and it's about the things she gets up to. So this is the second book in the series. In this, it's normally Mildred and Maud, which I love Maud, her little friend, but Maud and her have an argument in this book, so Maud isn't in it a lot, which I was a bit like, nah, because I like Mildred and Maud's like interactions, so that was a little bit disappointing first off. A new girl starts at the school and Mildred has to look after her, and the new girl is very naughty and keeps getting Mildred into trouble, and that's what this is about. This is very short, and all the books in the like series seem to be a lot longer than this one. I didn't really like this, I've got to be honest. I missed Maud. And I didn't think I'd be thinking that, because when you read the first one, Maud, her best friend, is just in it and that's kind of it, you just go along with it. But when you take Maud out of the equation, there's so many lovely little bits and moments that they have that just aren't in it. So when Maud was in it at the beginning and she was like waking Mildred up because she couldn't get out of bed, and Maud was like sitting on her bed chatting to her, it was just a lovely kind of friendship book. I like these books have no romance, so I hate romance in children's books so much. And there's no romance, there's just this really beautiful friendship between these two girls who happen to be witches. I'm there. But without Maud, it was just a little bit like, ugh. The drawings are on point, I've got to say that. I mean, the drawings are always phenomenal, very fine lines, gorgeously illustrated, images. Give this a skip. If you've got the series or you're trying to buy the series, give this one a skip. Just be like, oh, and go straight on to the next one, and hopefully Maud's in it. Otherwise, I swear to God, Jill. So I'd go The Worst Witch, and then, oh, forgot that one. Oh, was it in there? The Worst Witch Goes to Sea. There's my recommendation for you. So as you just heard, I didn't love it as much as the first one, so I was disappointed in this one. But dear child, the illustrations are stunning, so there is that going for it. I'm going to carry on with the series. I then read Have It Your Way, Charlie Brown by Charles M. Schulz. If you know Charlie Brown and Snoopy, this one was actually in volume 2 of Sunday's Fun Day, and it's just the comic book thing. I feel like you either like Snoopy or you're not. It's very sarcastic, very kind of adult sarcasm. I love it. I then read The Night Bookmobile. It's a graphic novel, and it's about a woman who's wandering around the streets at night, and then she sees a Winnebago, a camper van, and she goes into it and thinks it is a mobile library, and she starts looking at all the books and realises that they're all books she has read and they are her editions of the books. And it's about reading, it's about when you're reading a book, you're in that story, but also where are you in your point in your life. So when she looks back on the books, she remembers where she was in her actual life and then the story of the book. It's gorgeous. I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I feel like it's something that can really be spoiled, and it sums it up on the back where it says it's a love letter to the things we have read and to the readers that we are, and it's about how her love for books, how it's impacted her life. I really loved this. I thought this was beautiful, and as a huge reader I just thought it was stunning, kind of the memory of the story within the book but also where you were when you were reading the story. It's so cleverly done, gorgeous. I wasn't a huge fan of the art style, but I think the story within it is good enough on its own that I loved. And so the end is near, and that is it. Part 1 of my September wrap up. Part 2 will be up very soon, so check out my reviews that I've already done on these books, which I'll put down below. Tell me what you read in September, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.